Speaking of another team that's getting rings, that's too good. Talk to me about the Chiefs, Nick, and why we wanted to push back on this Chiefs crowning that we were calling them.
I mean, if you're going around the league and you're saying who's playing who, and you look at records versus 500 or teams over 500, teams under 500, then you got to put the Chiefs in that same category because they've played two teams over 500. And they were both week 1 and 2. They lost to the Lions, and they played a Jags team that, at the time, it was before Trevor Lawrence got hot, before they went to London, won, 3-4 straight. And then since then, they've been playing under 500 teams. So if we're judging other teams on that same criteria, why not them too? And you had some pushback. What were your thoughts on that?
I wish it was like that, Nick, man. We can't judge the Chiefs like we judge the rest of the teams. Like, they get the benefit of the doubt. And so
No.
It's like the rest of the teams, it's like, who have you beaten? For the Chiefs, they get, like Billings always said, they're playing with cats. They get into the playoffs at 10-7, and nobody wants to play that team anywhere, regardless of record. So, like, that's the only thing. And it's like, dude, it sucks. I hate the Chiefs. I'm bored of watching that damn team. But every goddamn weekend, there's a play in the game where I'm just like, how the fuck did you do that, Mahomes? How the fuck did you do that? That's not what you're supposed to be able to do as a quarterback. Every week he does some shit. If you were like the dumbest person that never watched a game of football and you sat down and watched the game, you'd be like, that dude is different than any other quarterback. It's just, that's how it is.
It's true.
Fucking freak, man. And until someone can actually like knock them out, they have an actual rivalry. Like, maybe if the Bengals knocked them out of the playoffs, I'd be like, oh, okay, this is legit. Joe Burrow, like, you have a real rival, Patrick Mahomes. Maybe the Ravens. Maybe Billings is wrong and the Ravens can knock him out and Lamar can become a rival. But shit, it's just looking like that gap's getting bigger and bigger between him and number 2, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope something happens, man. I hope something happens, but I don't know, man. It doesn't look like anyone's catching them.
So you think them and the Eagles are separating from the pack right now?
So it's
Because those are the
looking
only two
like,
6-1
man.
teams right now. They're the teams that went to the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, no Super Bowl hangover for either of them so far. They both, I mean, Eagles are staying aggressive. They're making trades already to improve the weak spots that they had. That guy gave up a touchdown to Tyreek, and then he got replaced the next day. So it's like, okay, like, that's how it is for the Eagles. Like, they're always in that player acquisition business. So, I mean, I don't know. It's literally looking like it's looking like that right now with the misstep San Francisco's having. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to them. I literally don't know what happened to them. Maybe someone else can explain what
That's
happened
another
to
thing
them.
because they lose, and then all you hear is because of their injuries. Other teams
Yeah.
have injuries too. So
Yeah.
why are they getting the benefit of the doubt? They lost to a team that was, 2-4? Without Justin Jefferson?
I agree with you, man. I agree. That Brock Purdy train is it's hitting some stops right now, and he's looking very, very Jimmy G pedestrian in this. Someone said is like, if all the Avengers aren't there, like, all of a sudden he's like mad ordinary, and that's pretty accurate. Like, as soon as like all those superstars, like, they're not all perfectly working in sync, he has to overcome something. He struggles with that. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Mr. Purdy, Billings?
I believe that was a Hawkeye reference, that he would look normal without all the other Avengers.
There you
Got
go.
you there.
There you go.
So taking it full circle back to what we're talking about with the Chiefs, like, say the Niners do go on a run and get to the Super Bowl. Don't see them beating the Chiefs.
I don't know. Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I can't.
Like,
I could
you look
not
what
say.
Kirk Cousins did to him last night. You don't
Yeah.
think like Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes could do that basically in a quarter of football. Like, Niners could play 3 quarters of flawless football, and then Patrick Mahomes suddenly is like fourth quarter, like, I got a game to play. Boom, 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 boom. Game 1. Like,
Chris, you seem like you've seen this happen before.
I'm a hostage. I'm a hostage to this shit. We sold our souls to get Peyton Manning, and this is like the hell that we're reaping right now. Like it's basketball season for me, baby.
All right, if we're not going to diagnose what's wrong with the Niners, who really cares?
Yeah.
Quarterbacks, great show on Netflix.
Like,
Kirk Cousins,
clearly-
he's our
clearly
guy. Let's talk about him. What do you want, Bill? It's clearly what?
I'd
Tell me
say
about the
clearly like
Niners.
Brock Purdy's the weak point for them.
I'd agree. I would agree.
Like
That's
we
the
all
weak
see
point of that
it, so
team.
it's what success can he achieve, and that's the same success that the Niners are gonna achieve. And like, yeah, it's great to give this guy credit, but the odds are still stacked against him from everything we've seen in NFL history. So
were they wrong to trade away Jimmy G and Trey Lance?
no, I wouldn't go that far. Like, we've talked about this of like sometimes you just need to get the guy to get the job done. And like we've talked about, like Niners, they can get to an NFC championship, they can get to a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy. I just don't see him winning.
Yeah, I can't see Brock Purdy beating Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. But
It
stranger
would
things
have
can
to be a
happen. Kirk Cousins won
historic
on Monday night.
MVP run by like Christian McCaffrey or like somebody on defense, or like, yeah, like suddenly like Brock Purdy turns into Tom Brady and he's the future. But like I said, the odds are very heavily against that.
Shit, man, I don't know. It's just I don't even think the Niners get through the NFC, man. Like this, I watched football long enough that this is how it happens. Like more tape comes out, more and more tape comes out, and then the habits come out, and they're like, "Oh, Flores did this against Purdy. Okay, oh, this worked. Oh, when he played the Browns, they did this. The Vikings were doing some of the same stuff the Browns were doing when they were pressuring Purdy." And I was like, "Yep, they're gonna start doing that every week. The tape is gonna get out, the patterns get out, the weaknesses get out." Christian McCaffrey's health is a concern. They can't keep that. Debo's health is a concern. Like, they're never going to look as good as they did against my Cowboys. I know that. Like,
No.
it's odds are against them looking that good again. They're not going to be all their pieces together, all healthy, fucking ready to just smash Thanos style. Like, that's not happening again. They peaked, man. It sucked.
Thanks for watching the Sports Buds. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe.